As far as we know, the brain organization for reading is, there's one. There aren't multiple ways the brain can be structured to read. Now, there are differences in skill, there are differences in how well developed these systems are. It's not that everyone is identical, but we don't find evidence that people's brains can be organized in very different ways and yet still support skilled reading. So yes, there do seem to be certain universal properties of how reading works in the brain, but it's not that the brains of the person reading Mandarin are different from the brains of the person who's reading English. This question of whether the same brain system underlies different writing systems is relevant also to the question of individual differences among children who are learning, for example, English. So educators just have a pretty firm belief that every kid is different, and that, you know, the challenge of teaching is to be able to tailor your instruction for the needs of the child and their learning style, the way that they happen to learn best. We don't find that when we study the computational and behavioral and neural systems that underlie reading. We find that there's a lot more commonality than there are differences. There are differences in skill. There are differences in how much experience kids have had. There are differences in how helpful their instruction has been. But we don't find that their brains of the children are organized in highly idiosyncratic ways that mean that one child will learn to read one way and another child will learn to read another way. It could have been that way. That's how the research could have turned out, but it just hasn't.